Hello, I'm Deborah Pascali, a Dona Doula trainer, a Lamaze childbirth educator, and director of the documentary Orgasmic Birth, The Best Kept Secret, and co-author of the book Orgasmic Birth, as well as creator of the new online childbirth class, Pain to Power with Pleasure. To birth a new life is probably one of the most natural things that a woman's body is designed to do. This beautiful rite of passage has sustained us since the beginning of time. However, in the recent decades, perceptions about birth have shifted. What was once considered a sacred time for a woman to connect to the rhythms of nature is now tainted with stigma, fear, and too many interventions. Modern culture portrays the birthing process in literature and movies in such a way that it's no surprise that you are scared. Depictions of hospital rooms brightly lit, uncomfortable birthing beds, awkward positions, and loud hospital monitors do nothing but stir one's nerves. I want to honor that birth can be challenging and that you may have fear, but we also want to acknowledge that it's this cultural programming that has affected this once natural process. This fear perpetuates, and too often the only stories you hear about birth are the tough ones, the scary, painful ones, the war stories. Where did we go wrong? I will support you to positively prepare for birth. I invite you to work with me to change these misconceptions. I want you to feel empowered to educate yourself on your options, to reach out for support, and to tune into and trust your most valuable resources, your body, your baby, and your intuition. It's time to awaken your inner goddess and step into your power. I want you to know that it is a pleasure, not pain, that is your birthright. Christian Northrup, a pioneer in women's health and wellness, said this. Let's start off by looking at the language of birth and begin to recognize how cultural fears and programming have shaped your perceptions. If we start by redefining and introducing a new language of birth, we can change that perception and improve the experience. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear contraction? Is it pain? The word contraction seems and sounds painful, like a spasm, but labor pain is a healthy pain and not at all what we have come to think of as pain in an illness model. Labor is defined by opening, stretching, softening of the cervix, the doorway to your uterus, so that you can release your baby into your arms. Have you ever heard of the term that it takes a village to have a baby? City dwelling is far removed from this village model of community support, but that doesn't mean you have to make this journey alone. It's hard to anticipate all that labor will ask of you, which is why it's important that you seek out and ask for support along the way. As doula trainer for many years, I have seen firsthand the difference that the continuous support of a doula provides for you and your partner. From your first birth to your 10th, each birth is a unique experience, and having someone with you trained and experienced to help keep your birth sacred, gentle, will make a world of difference in feeling loved and supported by all, and also reducing many interventions. One loving mother, Brooke Volpe, writes, "My doula was my space keeper. I went within my birthing body, followed its lead, and my doula kept my space uninterrupted to ensure that I continued this way." Next, I want you to go inside your body and take a minute to honor how remarkably strong and intuitive you are. In today's world, too many of us are distracted with what's going on outside that so often we forget to tune into what's happening within, and it's what lies within that is your most significant power. Do you know that there's a hormonal connection between you, mother, and baby? What we feel and our emotions affect how we birth. It goes back to the connection between mind, body, and spirit. Traditional midwives around the world have always looked at this, which has been missing from our medical model until just recently. And now we have a much deeper understanding of the hormones of childbirth and how to help them flow so that you can have a safe and satisfying, gentle, and I know pleasurable birth. Establishing a safe, relaxing, and welcoming birth environment is one of the easiest ways to feel comfortable so that you can assure your hormones flow freely. Adjusting the lighting, using aromatherapy, listening to your favorite music, and embracing gentle touch can help change the mood and release endorphins, your pleasure hormones, and make birth more enjoyable. There should be nothing holding you back from letting your hormones flow freely so that you can go deeper and ride the waves of labor. You can also release hormones and your baby hormones by connecting with your baby. There are stunning new photos of a father kissing his baby under ultrasound and the baby moving to kiss back. Just because we don't see them doesn't mean that babies are not an active part of the process. They are very much engaged with you in labor, and they also can help. Tuning into your baby and your intuition will let you move differently and access something magical. Birth is an intricate, perfectively designed system, and it's designed to bring you more pleasure. As Niles Newton says, pain and pleasure are not opposite. It's quite possible to experience both simultaneously. Many experts believe that through participating in the initiation of their own birth, the fetus, the baby, may be training himself to secrete his own love hormones. Belly dancing was historically used in childbirth. Spiraling your hips works to open them, and so does the use of the rebozo. And I'll be teaching you so much more about this inside our Pain to Power classes. Data shows that there are significant benefits from being upright in the first stage of labor. Labor is shorter, less painful, and there is less need for interventions. Lamaze healthy care practices note that more than 3 decades of research confirm that giving birth in a supine, laying down position has disadvantages with no benefits to either mother or infant. So stand and deliver. Don't take it lying down. So then, why is it that so many people imagine a woman on her back in stirrups with lots of people yelling 4-letter words? Push, push, push. Does pushing uphill make sense? What would help you tune into your rhythm and find the position that will help you use gravity? It's time to set a new example, to change the story and reframe our perceptions so that you and the generations to come can be positively prepared for this sacred passage, feeling empowered and strong. Mother Kylie writes, "The more I learned, the more I realized my body was not only designed to be able to birth a baby, but if left to its own devices and not interfered with, the natural process of the body, we're capable of doing it perfectly well. You deserve a birth full of love, inspiration, power, and pleasure. You hold the inner strength and courage inside of you. Now is the time to unleash your powerful goddess and embark on this natural passage because it's your innate pleasure and it's your gift. I'm delighted to invite you to participate in my interactive childbirth course, Pleasurable Birth Essentials and Pain to Power, Comprehensive Bliss. I'm here to guide you toward an amazing birth that is nurturing for you and your baby. Sign up for my free tips, our sample class, and more on our site. Are you ready to learn my secret tips for decreasing pain and enhancing pleasure in birth? Grab access to my free sample class, Sexy Birth, and join the conversations. I'd love to hear your comments about my video, about your thoughts about your birth, any questions. Post a picture of you on Instagram and tag us at Orgasmic Birth. I look forward to seeing you inside our Pain to Power pleasure courses.